Well, we have arrived here at the property, and it's pretty nice. Nice view. And here's the owner,
Oh, I'm
Mark
just here
Lurie.
with my shirt off.
Am I pronouncing your name right?
Lurie, yeah.
Lurie. And he's behind all this, up on the hill above Cantu, south of Ensenada. Is that a mermaid?
No, but if it's a mermaid for you, it's a mermaid.
Yeah. I'm liable to say anything that comes into my head. Is this your home here? Or is that a second?
That's one of the homes, actually.
Wow.
That's we're living here in.
You're gonna get the iPhone out, or
Which
cell phone?
which place where the ayahuasca guy is right now?
Out Rum. Again, I've got even this is just temporarily put together, but Patty likes to have stuff like set up more. But I have cabinets, custom cabinets. We're rebuilding out of. We're making out of. Recycled mahogany that I got that was used for these stickers on boats that came from Asia, and I bought a whole, what do you call it, of them, a huge group of them, 300 or 400 of them, and we're making all our cabinets out of that. I try and use recycled everything, recycled doors, recycled windows. Obviously, can't use recycled blocks. I don't use a lot of block, but we had a little bit of an issue with heights and stuff, and I wanted to support it that way. But this is a ferrule cement roof system, and the rock work. You'll see a lot of my sculptures or the pun intended. A lot of my houses sculpted out of rock are built with a rebar system structure inside them. Because I'm a builder, I'm not just throwing up rock, and so they have a certain kind of a double rebar foundation, and then verticals every 24 inches, and then horizontals running through the rock. So when you see the rock on one side, it's actually just one of the faces, and most of the walls are about 15 inches thick, and with another system. And so there's the rebar runs through, then the rebar runs to the top, comes out the top, and we bend it into the roof system, and you can only splice rebar, and so we create a roof system. And then a wire and mesh and all this, and create a what's called ferrule cement, thickness maybe 3 to 4 inches of a ceiling, and then that's waterproof.
You're gonna hide from us, huh?
Now,
Okay.
Can I tell you about it?
Start talking.
Okay, this bathroom, which is again just half built, although the shower is working and it's a waterfall shower. So the waterfall, the shower comes down. I need to put a few logs in.
Wow, that's what that is.
The pipes and stuff, yeah.
Wow.
But you can see we're wrapping with rock and mosaic, broken tile, and I bring things home. Patty's the mosaic person, and she's going to town, and we're gonna hide the water heater with a little boat cabinet that comes out like this, and it's riding on the water, and this is the sky, and a lot of things are incorporated in here, things to hang tiles on, I've got petrified wood and owls and old sculptures and stuff.
No, this is just the most amazing place I've ever seen. Outside of the crazy place down by, at the, let me see, on that crazy house with all of the strange stuff there. We'll eventually film that.
Yeah, that's a cool place. The canyon that they basically let me possess is another 54 acres, I think, and then we have 26 acres more for what's Baja, which is where we have 60 some lots.
And you're going to sell lots here eventually, but there are big restrictions on what and how they can build.
That's right.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, like an intentional community.
Yeah.
You could say that it was an eco-village, except that most eco-villages are formed by a group of people coming together around an ideology.
Right. Like
in
the
this
old,
case.
There's the playground.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now we're looking up the canyon. Maybe we're going up there. I sure would like to explore that area. I'm getting some good shots.
Ahora sí.
So, by the way, we're only like less than a quarter of the way up the road, and this isn't the hard part. So I was trying to kind of warn him, here comes some of the hard part.
But you kept in shape.
Oh, of course. Well, marathon is triathlon.
And you were a dancer too. Not quite as good as me, but you know, hanging in there.
Well, I studied ballet for, God, I don't know how many years, and then joined a dance troupe.
Yeah.
And it was me and 3 gay guys and 18 beautiful Afro-American women.
Wow.
I had so much fun.
It's almost like those days when I was with Merce Cunningham.
And we had to compete in that troupe, in that dance troupe. So if you wanted to do a duet or a solo, you had to compete. And so this girl, Patricia, a beautiful Afro-American woman, a screamer, and she'd come. And so she said, you have talent, and I want to do a duet with you. I'll choreograph it. All you have to do is select the music, and I'll choreograph it. And we'll compete. And we got it. We got the spot. We got the duet. And I have a picture of at the house here. And so those were good times. And Angela Davis was in our dance troupe.
We're talking to the legendary Jose Amate Perez. And the one, the only, the original from Oakland, California. The pride of Oakland, actually. And he came down to Mexico before. He was here when I came in 1990. He was already established.
Yeah.
And he's lived here ever since.
Sure enough.
You know, a real veteran of Mexico living.
Yes.
And a real plus in the community, always. Good sense of humor, that's important down here.
Who's in the bushes there?
Hey.
Now that's a bench.
No, I mean, it's really.
Apparently this area here was the creation of a person who has passed on.
Yeah, no, I try to plant around this area things that are more
Succulents.
succulents that are going to maintain themselves. You know?
Right.
Who is Toby now?
His dad.
Yeah, Toby was a semi-famous worldwide poet, artist.
And he was your dad?
Yeah, he didn't like rhyming. He would never rhyme anything.
He wrote more like prose then, huh?
Yeah. No, I say that in the book. I say this is rhyme, you know.
Well, I assume what he does is he has a rhythm in the sense that the flow of the rhythm is different than what I'm talking about. But it's the flow.
Yeah.
It flows naturally from one line to the next, or one paragraph.
But the rhythm actually played a huge part in his because he was a composer. And so he actually combined music and poetry. So he started out with rhythms, you know, like writing with rests and full notes, and wrote symphonies for voices. Did his own thing, and then he started. Didn't have a very wide audience. So after 15 years of writing poetry and music, then he moved into art, and he started painting his poems. And with the art, you know, and he was so prolific, he did over 4,000 paintings. So my brother and I just went up north and sorted out some of his work, and there's about 450 paintings in my that are left in my stepmom's garage, and so we got them all down. Most of them are 4 or 5 feet square, and we brought a U-Haul, and we brought about 150 of them.
What's the name of the guy that he died, but the old guy that lived in the La Jolla, but across from the campground?
Yeah, Howard.
Howard, that's
Howard
it. I always
Ward.
keep forgetting him, because he used to sit and talk at Patty's and talk, and then go over to his house, and he had tons of stuff in that garage in the back.
Yeah, Howard didn't know my dad. They were contemporaries.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't know him from before I knew him from Patty's.
Right.
They met at Patty's too.
Wow.
On a final note, the view from the bathroom. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in one of our future videos.